Hello, and welcome to the University of Atlantia's online learning video series. My name is Baroness Sophia the Orange, and I'm here with my friend, Lady Celia LaFleur. Everyone say hi, Celia.
Hi.
And Celia and I are going to demonstrate today how to start from scratch and start up a Zoom account. Now, Zoom accounts are available for free. There are some limitations. You can use them for an unlimited amount of time with just 2 people, like me and Celia. Or if you want to use more people in one Zoom room, then you're going to have to limit your time to 40 minutes. That's okay for a lot of things that we're doing in the SCA, but for anything more than that, you're going to have to start with a paid account, and that's for another video. So right now, we're just going to start with a free, easy account on zoom.us. So Celia is going to start her own account. The first thing you do is go to zoom.us. It's not .com, it's .us. And go to the big orange button, my favorite color. Sign up, it's free. So, okay, great job, Celia. You found the big orange button. Awesome. All right, now here's a little note as Celia puts in a birthday. It's not a good idea to always put in your own birthday because that's a piece of personally identifiable information. And so put in a birthday you'll remember. That is a date that you'll remember that also allows you to be over 18 years old because you want to make sure that your own personal birthday is protected. So keep that in mind. So a birthday, a date, doesn't matter which one it is, but one that you'll remember so that if Zoom comes back and asks you to confirm your identity, then you can do so with your birthday. All right, and continue. Okay, hit continue.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. All right, now it says your work email address. Don't use the work email address. I suggest your own personal address. And Celia has made up a Gmail account to demonstrate this process today. So don't bother sending her email there. She's not going to check it. All right, so you put in an email address. Now this CAPTCHA process you're seeing here where you have to pick some pictures, this is a security measure to ensure that a person is not a robot and there's not an automatic program running a lot of created accounts. Okay, great. So now Zoom has sent Celia an email to the email address she just gave. So she's going to pop open her email in the other tab. Ooh, look, there it is. Please. Yeah, excellent. So the reason why they do this is to ensure that you who are creating this account has access to that email address that you just gave it. So when you activate the account, or when you hit the button that says activate the account, you are confirming your identity to Zoom. All right, behalf of a school, no, not anymore. We are out of school. All right, continue. Excellent. All righty. So here's where you put in your name and your password. When it comes to passwords, do be careful with them. Cecilia, why don't you go ahead and put in your SCA name and a password that you'll remember. And while you do that, I will remind our audience that the passwords are important to keep them strong, different, vary them up, and remember them. Find a way to keep your passwords something that you can remember, but keep varied. And the guidance there have at least 8 characters, 1 letter, 1 number, an uppercase and a lowercase character. Those are all very important. Okay, so you don't have to have your browser remember. Don't Zoom alone, invite your colleague. You know, you can skip that for the moment. You don't have to invite a whole bunch of other people. Ooh, you gotta hit, okay, there you go.
Because I didn't have to prove I wasn't a robot.
Right. So you actually don't have to start your test meeting right away. In fact, I'm going to suggest go to my account so we can take a look around at what you now have. Oh, look at this. This is great. Now, let's take a look at the key features here that anybody is going to want to take a look at. Nasir, you don't hit show right away because we don't want to share that link with the whole internet. Um, uh, but if you were to click show, then that link under personal meeting ID is going to be the link you can share with other people when you want to welcome them to a Zoom meeting or class or any kind of gathering. And when you share that link, it has an embedded password. So if you publish that link publicly, like you put it on a Facebook post, then anybody who has it is still already going to have the password. So be careful where you post that link. Now, if you scroll up a little bit, Celia, let's take a look at the left-hand side of the page. If you take a look at the meetings tab on the left-hand side, under the blue button, I'm sorry, it's not really a tab, it's a menu option on the left. There's a personal. Actually, I want to show the ones on the left. You see?
I'm sorry, my brain isn't working today.
We get used to these things. We get used to them. So under the personal section, you see meetings and webinars and recordings and settings. Click on meetings for me. This is where you can schedule your meetings, and they can be scheduled far in advance or minutes in advance, doesn't really matter. And then if you go down to the next option that says webinars, right there, a webinar is different in that it would allow many hundreds of people to come join you in this room, and that's not really what you have with a free account. So you can pretty much ignore this for now if all you've got is a free account, and that's fine. But also do take a look at recordings. Recordings are excellent for classes and other things that Scadians like to do and keep recorded and then share the recording. You can make those recordings locally on your own computer like we're doing now, or you can, with a paid account, put those recordings in the cloud, which is really just your account here. So you can record it and the file will be here in this account, and you can come back and get it later and put it wherever you need to. Now, if you take a look at the last button there that says settings. Settings, there we go. Here are some things that you can set in your room. The waiting room is a really good idea. It's like a lobby. So if Celia is running her first meeting and has a handful of people from her local SCA group that are all coming in, they will wait until they see the whole meeting while she keeps them in a waiting room and then looks at their names and can approve them all one at a time. And if there happens to be somebody with the name of Dr. Evil, she might want to not let them in. And then the next couple of settings are all about that password and the password or passcode, it's the same thing. And I can encourage everybody to take a look at all of these settings and consider them for what you need. The personal meeting ID, passcode, passcode for instant meetings, they're all the same kind of thing. Do you want to use the password to get into the meeting or not? I think it's a good idea, and we're going to talk about security in another video. So Celia, would you do me a favor and go all the way up to the top and hit schedule a meeting where you were hanging out before, and we're going to schedule your first meeting. So what kind of meeting do you want to do? Something, let's say we're going to have a Commedia meeting about doing Commedia dell'arte, which is where Celia and I met. Commedia meeting. Awesome. And pick a date.
Well, I suppose no time like the present.
No time like the present, 10 o'clock tonight. Great.
Sure.
You notice it says your Zoom basic plan has a 40-minute time limit on meetings with 3 or more participants. That's great. In fact, it's a great way to get used to using Zoom before you're certain that you want to invest in it. And keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. The generate automatically. Scoot up a bit. Generate automatically versus personal ID meeting. You can use your personal ID for a repeated meeting and keep using the same ID, or generate a new one, and that's going to be a new random ID every single time. And so that's your choice if you want to do that one way or the other. Scroll on down and let's look at enable join before host. That can be really useful if it's all people that you trust and you know exactly who's going to be coming into your room. You can allow them to get started before you get there, just in case you might be getting a peanut butter sandwich right before everybody gets in. Also, mute participants upon entry. That's a good idea if you think people are going to be noisy. And record the meeting automatically on the local computer. Be real careful about that because you want to be certain that people are aware that they're being recorded one way or the other. So go ahead and hit save, Celia, and we'll see how that looks. Oh, look at that. Excellent. Now we've got Commedia meeting. It's going to happen. We have all of the data. Ooh, take a look. Click on that copy invitation for me.
Where is that?
Oh, you were just there. Your cursor was hovering over it a second ago. Lower, lower, lower. Perfect. You got it. Excellent. So you can take this and copy it and put it in an email or in a Facebook Messenger. I don't suggest posting these things publicly unless you know exactly who's going to be coming in. So go ahead and copy that, and then you could open it in your email and send it to people. You can send it to me, and we can have a committee meeting tonight. So I'm going to suggest that that's enough for now. Celia, do you have any particular questions about how the account is set up, or do you think that gets the job done?
That's pretty good.
All right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel confident and ready to conquer the world with Zoom?
I think I might need a few more videos, but I think this is an excellent start. I do.
Excellent start. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna end the video and encourage people to watch more.